Hi everybody, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to show you guys how to do a tropical seascape using dry pastel crayons. Now, in my last video I showed you guys how to make some cheap art for about $3 using dry pastel crayons, Q-tips, and some postcard, all from the dollar store. Now, what I wanted to do today was to show you that you can use those exact same materials again to do another project. So that way you're getting even more value for your $3 investment. And I think that's absolutely great. I really want more people to get involved in art and get people doing things. So I want to show you guys one more project that you can do. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this. And it's really quite simple. You're going to start off with a piece of postcard like I have here, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do our sky. So I'm going to actually rotate this off to the side, and using a blue, dark blue pastel crayon, I'm just going to start darkening up the sky. Darken up the sky. Mostly into the corners. Then I'm going to move into red. So with my red, I'm going to go make sure I go into the sky. I'm keeping my strokes mostly horizontal. Nothing matters too much. Some dark spots, some light spots. I want a lot of variation in what I'm doing. But everything's going to be blended together nicely and softly. Bring the red down to about half the page. The last color I'm going to use yellow. My yellow, I'm going to do the exact same thing. Bring it in. And you kind of want it to be sort of with no technique, no concern, or whatever. Things in nature are not uniform, they're not random. So if you start trying to do this perfectly, I want 1/3 blue, 1/3 red, 1/3 yellow, you're not going to create a nice sunset. You need to let it be random and let it just be whatever you come up with. Then I'm going to take my Q-tip, I'm going to start blending. I'm going to start from the corners, I'm going to start blending down into the red, but I'm not going to blend the total corner. I do want that to remain like a darker blue. And the reason for that is when you do any kind of a drawing or whatever, dark corners draw the eye into the drawing. So I want to make sure I keep those darker. I'm just going to blend my drawing. And blow your dust away. Rainbow dust. Don't breathe it in. I'm sure even though it's pretty, it's not safe to breathe that stuff in. Then, we're going to add some clouds. So we're going to go back into a dark blue. There's actually two dark blues in my package. There's the dark blue that I did the sky with, which is this one. And there's this one which is supposed to be slightly violet. I'm going to use this one, but you can use the original blue that you use. It doesn't make a big difference. And I'm going to start doing some cloud shapes. Clouds come in all kinds of different shapes, so what you do here doesn't really matter. Just kind of scribble something in. But don't go too deep into the yellow, because what you'll do by doing that is you will make green, and I haven't seen very many green clouds, so don't do that one. Okay. Blend your cloud, starting from the bottom of the cloud and working up, but don't blend the top edges of your cloud. you want to keep those. And this one, blend the bottom out. Leave the top alone. Any gaps that are in your cloud from the pastel, you blend those together and then there won't be any gaps. And that'll just be a light spot in the cloud. Now if you did go into the yellow and you did make a little bit of green on accident, you can fix that really easily by adding the highlight to the cloud. Now with clouds, if a cloud is above where the sun is, then that's where the highlight is going to be. It's going to be on the bottom of the cloud. But if your cloud is below where the sun is, the highlight will be on the top of the cloud. But these clouds are above the horizon, so the bottoms are going to be highlighted with a nice pink color. And then I'm going to blend those. Now I'm going to leave the bottom of my highlight alone. I'm going to blend the blue and the pink together. And hopefully if you've made any green clouds, you don't have them anymore. So that's what we're working with for sky. For the water, we're going to use the exact same colors, but we're going to go a little bit darker. Water, as most people know, is clear, but in nature it tends to act as a mirror of the sky. So the same colors that you use for your sky, you should be using in your water. But you'll end up with a problem that you can't tell the difference between what's sky and what's water. So for the water, go a little bit darker and do these nice horizontal strokes, just like that. And leave some white spots in the middle. Just like that. And let's add some of that red that we used in our sky. And if you've watched my video on how to do a simple seascape of the Awaji Islands, the process for making water is the same. You're just going to start blending from the outside towards the inside. If you don't want your dirty Q-tip to ruin your blend, you can just flip to the other side of your Q-tip. There we go. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add some white clouds in the sort of yellow spots, sort of these stringy kind of line clouds. Push harder if you want more white. And that's our pastel sky. So the nice thing with these kind of tropical seascapes that you sometimes see is they have beautiful contrast. The sunset is usually very colorful, very beautiful, and all the light and all the color is in the sky and in the water, and then you get amazing contrast with the actual land and the trees. So I'm going to actually include an island right here. An island. Maybe we're in some kind of a bay looking out, and we can sort of see the two sort of land masses. closing in our day that we live in. Okay. And that actually helps really establish where our horizon is as well. These two little floaty islands. Then I'm going to sort of look around and I'm going to see what I like. So parts of this drawing that I do like the clouds, so I'm not going to interfere with them, and I like the sheen of the water. So I'm going to add my first palm tree. Start off light and then push harder towards the trunk, and then you'll get a thicker trunk. And then for your tree, for your leaves, you sort of let the crayon work for you. Add another one. And I'm sort of pushing and letting it trail off. And that's push hard and let go. Another one down here. Push hard and let go. Hopefully you can hear that really cool sound that it's doing. Now, of course, this would be a lot easier if I could like rotate the page for you, but I don't want to do too much of that. It makes it difficult to watch. One last tree. If you break your pen, your crayon, so be it. They're from the dollar store. You can break these things. One more. And if you want, you could really add a little bit more landmass down here, but this is up to you. And with that, I think we have a really good finished drawing. This is something simple that's meant to get you into doing art, make you use some of those cheap art supplies that we bought last week and get more value out of what you've already done. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you really give it a try. The only things that you need are some dry pastel crayons from the dollar store, some paper, and some Q-tips or some toilet paper. This is a great project for you to get into art, and I hope that you give it a try. Until next time, I'll see you around. Thank you very much. Bye.